Hello and welcome to another update video on Ethereum. What a performance. Ethereum is still fighting as I record this video with the 4,612 level. We are slightly above it. That's the 78.6 Fibonacci extension, and that was our next target after the break above 4,400 here on the daily chart. These levels haven't changed for quite some time. And we are on our way to 4,850, 4,900, the 2021 high. I'm wondering what people think who bought the top back then. They're finally warming up their keyboards, I think. So here, obviously, 4,850. That was the swing high from November 2021. We should get there. I mean, that's been the perspective for quite some time. Especially the break above $4,100 has made that much more likely. And the wave structure, you see it on the daily chart clearly that there is no sign that the overall uptrend is over. Rather, it looks like we should get another higher low and another higher high. But this is now a third wave. Yeah, this is a third wave which loves to extend. There's nothing unusual about it. In third waves, we cannot predict necessarily extensions. They are very likely though. We cannot predict. We can use ETH BTC, for example, and we can also use the Ethereum dominance charts to kind of get a better feel for what's going on. I think Ethereum dominance, I showed you that in yesterday's video. It's also available as one of our live charts in our gold membership, but I showed it yesterday in the video, Ethereum dominance. Ethereum Bitcoin also, I showed that only a few days ago. They are still pushing, okay? And especially the Ethereum dominance chart, as I showed you, has some more room to the upside. So that doesn't necessarily mean that ETHUSD is going to rise, but it means that ETHUSD could perform a little better than Bitcoin for quite some time. We are looking for a pullback here in this fourth wave at some point. Not yet. As you will see on the smaller time frame, we're probably not there yet. But if a larger pullback unfolds, and let's say we break below 4,100, that previous breakout point, I don't think that would be ideal. I gotta say, would be ideal if the price could avoid that, a break back below 4,100. But there would be one more Fibonacci support zone here, our daily support area, that would still keep that uptrend alive. And I would give the market room all the way down to $3,319 to keep this upside impulse intact, which started in June. That is, however, now quite a deep pullback that could happen there. That's just Fibonacci mathematics, because the higher the price goes, we'll have to adjust this with the price, but relatively the price moves further away from that Fibonacci support area, which means that whenever we have these vertical third wave movements, typically at some point the risk becomes very, very high, right? And when your portfolio says, oh, the risk is high, then it can make sense to consider taking profits. But that depends on your personal risk profile and when you're bored and all those things, less on the chart itself. What I can tell you is that the trend still appears to be up right now as I assess the chart. And even that third wave there in which we currently are should extend a little higher. Let's take a look at the shorter time frame ETH chart. I think in my last video yesterday, we were exploring if maybe this fourth wave had already started. Doesn't really look like it. I mean, there was a bit of a pullback, but it's hardly noticeable. This is everything zoomed in now, and you see this larger third wave I showed you on the daily chart is this one, and this doesn't look finished yet. We can look at the chart or the rally that started early in August, 2nd of August, and look, I can identify already a 5-wave move up. I can say this is a wave 1, this is a wave 2, this is a wave 3, this is a wave 4, this is a wave 5. I can see this as a potential micro 5-wave move to the upside, no problem. But when we then zoom into the 5th wave, we can see that it should ideally get one more high. Now the thing is, this could also be a diagonal pattern. So the move up might only be 3 waves instead of 5. But then there are ways to solve this. I could even say this might be A, B. I don't want to get too much into this. It wouldn't make a great difference anyway. The idea is that we could get still further upside continuation as long as we're holding the upper micro support. And that has been adjusted to 4,427. Now, don't think that the wave 4 is yet confirmed. I would be ready for it, but it would simply be most likely a test of Fibonacci support. But without a test even of 4,558, I can't even call that this way for. You know, I would rather see it that way. As long as 4,427 is holding, the trend is up. In the very short term, I mean, this is the upside continuation support. If a pullback occurs that hits this support zone, then it might even be a pullback trading opportunity if that opportunity is right for you and as per your trading plan and strategy and trading style, right? But that would be an area where I would watch for the bulls to step in after a pullback. We haven't even started really a pullback. It doesn't really, there's nothing clear there at this point that would confirm that, but it's due. It's due. What I'd like to see reached in Circle Wave 5 is 4,762, but probably rather 4,900 next. That's how it looks. Obviously, below 4,427, we have some confirmation that a larger pullback is unfolding. Then the situation would need to be reassessed. So that's at the moment what I am tracking here on the Ethereum chart. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, feel free to join us on X for additional updates. Here you can also ask questions. Sometimes we also take requests here. Just join us. You know, I'll be there after this video, answer questions if you have any about the chart. So check it out. The link is in the description and in the comment section. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.